Skatosis episode number 189. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Skatosis. I'm Drew Domkis.
Whoa, I'm Aaron Monty. I heard the end of that one.
Oh, yeah? Oh, you did?
Usually I don't hear it over the phone.
Oh, it was just barely. Yeah, we're doing a out of studio. We're like off the pew, like back in the olden days.
Yeah, way off the pew.
Yeah, we've skated twice now since the last show, but have yet to been able to like sit and do a podcast, which I find to be just like okay by me. You know what I'm saying? Like we skate, and that's what all I really want to do is skate.
Yeah. You know, once it gets to these summer months and we're out later and later.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about the Milwaukee trip. But as we're out later and later, as I start drinking, it's so hard to do a show that day.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't want our days to just be about a podcast. I want to skate.
Mm-hmm.
That's my focus. That's my main goal in life, is to just keep skating.
And it's weird now too, because we kind of shifted from skating before and ending the show by saying go skate,
right,
to now like make of the day.
I don't even know if I can call a make of the day this week because I got too many.
Well, that seems like a good problem.
It is a good problem. Like, we've actually had 2 sessions. We skated at Oshkosh, but then this past weekend in Milwaukee, man, I'm going through these clips and it's like, I got a whole bunch of tricks. I mean, I'm no pro and I'm not like awesome at anything, but I had a blast and I kept landing tricks. It was so fun.
It was so fun. And that was kind of like the whole idea of the trip was I needed to go outside of my box. Like,
yeah.
I felt like I kept skating the same things.
I yanked you right out of it.
Yeah, dude. That was so... And I so we ended up going to the National DIY.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a lot of fun because we've only been there once before. And it's been like almost a full year. You
wanted to leave there way before I wanted to.
Yeah, I think you were surprised by that. But I made the right decision.
Yeah, absolutely. We had a blast.
Because we already left, like we found a spot by accident, not
Mm-hmm.
even the spot we were going to go to, that ended up being my favorite spot of the whole day.
Yeah.
But I ended up getting home at like 7:30. So if we would have I just kept thinking if we would have pushed everything else, it would have been such a late night.
Oh, I totally agree. I was just thinking like, I don't know. I felt like I could have stayed at that DIY all day.
Yeah.
But no, I had no problem moving along, grabbing food, killer burritos. Man.
Yeah, dude. See, and you were making right calls all day too. Cause one, you said to hit Milwaukee.
Right.
Because it was rain in Madison.
Yeah. You wanted to go way further. I'm like, we got to look at Milwaukee more often, dude. That place is becoming a skate town. What's going on?
Yeah, I remember you kept saying that. It's already a skate town.
I mean, there was active pockets of skaters going around in different areas. Some getting kicked out, some not, just going and going. DIY under the freeway. I mean, it's perfect, man. That's so cool.
I don't know I guess what I'm saying is I don't know if it ever wasn't a scene.
Well, that DIY is pretty...
I would say Milwaukee's like #1 skate scene.
I mean, like DIY wise, I mean, it's like... Should we have Estabrook? I guess I'm arguing your point for you.
We're saying the same thing.
We just don't ever go there. We're like at Cream and Oshkosh.
I agree.
Yeah, we need to do it way more often. I want to go back to Estabrook. I want to go back to those ditches. I want to go to that Sturdivant. I want to go back to the DIY. I mean, we just need to
toast the ditches.
Yeah, like come on.
I want to take Cody. I think Cody would like that spot.
Yeah, for real. So. I think anytime you think of going to Madison or anywhere else, let's go. Let's make sure that Milwaukee's not cool that day.
Yeah. Yeah. And now we're just definitely down to go back. I'm like, next one we should go back.
I'm down.
But I saw this. Did you see Rips was in Madison?
I did see that. Yeah.
I get home and I'm like, okay, I guess it didn't, because it didn't rain barely in Oshkosh either.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's so funny because like even the night before, like we made that decision. I made that decision so late that even like the night before I was looking and Sunday was saying rain all day. And Milwaukee said totally clear.
Yeah, but Madison is such a further drive.
I mean, is it though? It's like another half an hour.
I guess for me, it's an hour and a half, where Milwaukee's 45 minutes. For you, I mean, you're adding, 35, 40 minutes on top of either one. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess
that's what I'm thinking too, is like, it is an hour and a half for me, really either way.
Yeah.
But I think that day too, I think altogether, I think I probably put like 3-4 hours into driving.
Right. But I mean,
it's like an hour to you, hour to Milwaukee, and an hour back.
I'd much rather go into Milwaukee and do what we did than to like go try that Sheboygan Park again. It's about the same distance and it's more. That's actually further. But
I agree.
We were thinking.
Totally
we thought maybe
Milwaukee seems way more sick.
For sure, we thought maybe we'd go into Four Seasons, but it was like, I remember the last time we weren't all that hip to it, and it's like, who wants to pay for skateboarding when you can just skate in the streets?
Yeah.
And we never got hassled.
Now we haven't skated the new setup.
Right.
Still haven't been back for that, but I mean, it turned out to be like a super nice day out too.
Yeah, and I'm now officially in the Street Plant Battalion. Thank you very much.
Congrats.
Yeah, dude, I broke in the new, I mean, it's not a new board, it's an old board for sure, but it's an old Street Plant Mike Vallely red with the elephant that looks like New Jersey. I mean, he's now in Des Moines, so we went from New Jersey to California. Did he go anywhere in between? You know what I mean? That board's got some history.
Yeah.
But when it was given to me, I was told to not just hang it on the wall. I got to skate that thing, and so that's what I'm doing. And I had a blast, dude. I had so much fun on that board. See, even Jax agrees.
Right. Yeah, I knew it was coming. Hold on a second.
Jax agrees that I had a blast.
This isn't live.
It is live for me. What are you talking about? Anyways.
It's just constantly opening and closing blinds.
I hear you, man. We have one of our dogs is literally going mental. Like we had blood tests and everything, and it's all normal, but she's just going through doggy dementia. She's just losing her mind.
Yeah, that's rough.
That's what I do when I can't skateboard. I lose my mind.
You start barking. Yeah,
so the Street Plant is very similar to the old Winkowski shape because it's got like almost no nose. It's like a half-inch shorter actually overall. It's got a couple extra ridges on the side. It's not quite as wide as a Winkowski, so it's very similar. So I think I was able to just get used to it. I hopped right on and had no problem just doing whatever all my tricks are. Got right into no comply tails on that little volcano. That was fun.
Yeah, that's a fun spot.
They got so many cool things.
I could see staying all day there.
I felt like we didn't even, at the very end, I was like, dude, I got to at least grind that super steep part. We didn't even go on that side. I could have spent another hour or two just trying things on that.
Yeah.
The other quarter.
You did. We went back and you skated it for a minute.
Yeah, I got definitely a few grinds on there. I'm having fun going through all these clips because it's nice to have clips at spots that are different than what, Cream City and the barn, Oshkosh.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's like the same thing I was feeling is like, I was even getting like sick of Oshkosh Park because it just felt like I was skating it over and over.
Yeah.
And it kind of does feel like too, like the first big trip after like quarantine. Mm-hmm. Sort of. It just like
it felt like a skate trip day.
Said, like everyone met up at the spot and
yeah, it was cool. The only time that we ever saw anybody get hassled, there was already there was like two guys skating while a guy was filming at this one spot. Then we show up, three of us, you, me, and Cody. And then all of a sudden, like another 6 or 7 dudes rolled in, and then it became like a whole session. Actually, only a couple of those guys are trying, but it was just a lot of people.
Uh-huh.
And so guy guy comes out, tells them all to leave, and most of them do. Like that last squad, they all split. But man, I was looking at my phone and I was going through all the clips of me on that red stair, that red little ledge thing. I was skating solid for like almost 18 minutes. I never stopped.
The dude, and I remember this so differently than you, because it felt like you were so far away. Like I was up on the sidewalk and you were like way like in the trenches.
Yeah, I don't know what you were doing. I think you were just drunk up there. You were like hardly moving. I kept looking up.
I was gone. Dude.
You were gone. I was just skating, having a good time.
You got me. You didn't even get me. You just said Sunday Fun Day when I asked you if I should do it. But we stopped at a place, and you want to shout them out?
Dude, Taco Mike's, man, all day.
Dude, we should try the tacos next time.
Hell yeah. Like if I hadn't eaten already, I would have absolutely eaten their food. But it's like the only spot in that area that you can just walk out with a beer. Like you can buy to-goes. And so
I got a margarita, and was it 2 shots or it was just an extra shot?
I think a margarita came with a shot, and it was a really small glass, like a cup, plastic cup. Must have been
it was like
8
under
ounces?
a 12-ounce cup.
Oh yeah, 8 ounces for sure. And the deal was an extra shot, and I was like, dude, you got to do it Sunday Fun Day. So like that whole thing must have been 90% tequila.
Oh, it tasted like it too. Yeah, so you were down in the trenches. I was dusted.
Dude, I was having a blast. You see me doing those 5-0s on that? I was hopping up to 5-0, having a good time.
So my perspective of it is all the dudes are leaving, and I'm like, all right, these are the dudes. These are the Milwaukee dudes.
Yeah.
Do they know something that because the dude that kicked him out, he literally turned around, walked away, never looked back.
Yeah, but those guys were just moseying around, going to spot to spot to spot. You know, you just wanted to fanboy out. I was trying to get my own clips.
No, I'm not. What do you mean fanboy out?
You wanted to go follow. You're like, the Milwaukee squad. I got to go hang out with those guys.
But I'm saying, this is what I was thinking.
What?
Do they know something that we don't?
Of course. They're from
they left right away. So I'm like, oh, are we going to get like cops now? That was like my thought.
I never
was already dusted. So I was like, I'm not going to skate anyways.
I never felt that way because he never said anything to me or us specifically. We were on the other benches that maybe aren't part of what that guy is in charge of.
Yeah.
And those other guys
that's
were.
That's what I'm saying though too, is like he said it.
Yeah.
And then left, and that was it.
I know. And when I set down my camera,
after he said it,
as I set down my camera, the very first seconds of footage is the squad leaving. So like I just that's when I started skating. So like I got like a 20-minute solo sesh while you were paranoid.
I wasn't. You're mischaracterizing me.
Dusted and worried that cops were coming. All right, yeah, dusted.
I was dusted, and I felt like trying. And that too, like skating that like accidental spot we found, those curved ledges.
Yeah.
That's a trick I never thought about doing, but it just kind of worked there because it kicked you out. Yeah,
the spot prior to the red curbs, that was like, it was definitely curved ledge down, like it stepped down a few times. I mean, Street Drew, dude, is coming out. What's going on?
Yeah, more and more.
You know what?
What was last week? Oh, the Wally spot.
Yeah, prior to the park. Yeah, exactly. I got a couple of tricks there. And I hashtagged it Street Drew, and then I clicked it just to see who else is using Street Drew. And it's pretty much just me. There was like one other photo, so I'm owning Street Drew hashtag.
Well, yeah, I don't know how Street Drew would be used in a lot of different ways.
Oh, there's like Street Bike Tommy, like like a Nitro Circus. There could be another Street Drew out there.
Drew.
Why am I
Street Drew? I feel like if somebody else used it, would be like a Street Fighter.
Maybe, but I'm psyched. So I like doing these little street clips. I've now got a little collection of them. It's kind of fun.
So did you really, it seemed like you really liked those red ledges.
They were super fun. Like now I want to just keep popping and maybe get up to that second step because I was popping into the 5-0 really smooth. And that board is so fun. I love the Winkowski with the 215s and the big 65 slime balls. I love that setup. I just love it.
Did you have any? You kept saying you didn't, but like it looked so small. Did you have any troubles with that nose on the street plant?
No, not at all. But I didn't try any nose tricks.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, no, I just remember you shoving, and it was just
Not
that like you could, not that you can't do it.
No, but
it just looked like where your foot usually goes.
Yeah.
You're off by like half a.
I think I just have to mentally adjust for that fact because I went from the short nose Winkowski to the long nose Winkowski, and those shoves on that the longer Winkowski got really good. Like they're pretty clean. But now I'm back to the no nose, so I have to just adjust.
So what's the nose on the Winkowski with the slime balls?
Same. It's tiny, dude. It's like 3 inches, if that. It's small.
Oh, I was gonna say, have you ever tried a back shove on that?
Yeah, I think I have. I think I've gotten a couple. It's the same nose as that the glow in the dark ghost board that you gave me. And the same as
what's the long Winkowski then?
It's got an extra inch. It's like 5 inches or an inch and a half more. Plus it's got the adjustable.
Which graphic? Oh, the Panda.
The Trash Panda, yeah. And then the Dope Planet, the one that I just showed you, that's the same shape as the old one. So it's like I only have the new shape on the Trash Panda. He did the birdcage one, and whatever else is going to come out is going to be in the new shape.
Okay.
Which I love the new shape because of the nose. It's definitely bigger. It's you can do more things with it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But the crooked Gonzalez board that I have for the next one has got a pretty beefy nose too on that one.
Oh, I would imagine the two boards, both Gonz boards, are probably pretty similar.
Yeah, I would think so as well.
Yeah, it feels so good under my feet.
Yeah, so I know
I haven't set it up yet, but it feels so good.
Yeah, so we're just having a blast in Milwaukee. I know we haven't really talked about it on the show, but I'm staring at them right now. But I have to find a super wide board for 14-inch trucks that I'm gonna start doing some stuff with.
Yeah, you don't know which ones you're gonna put them.
I was just listening to the Stop and Chat with Wade DeSarmo, and they're talking about board setup. And how long has Chris Roberts been a pro? And like how many boards has he set up? And now he's doing the curves of the rail. He doesn't know what size trucks he rides. I'm like, what? How after all this time do you not know what you ride?
That doesn't surprise, because Chris Roberts has told stories where after skating, he didn't know how to check into a hotel.
It's crazy.
Because he never, there's probably so many things he never thought about.
I guess.
And I feel like he said that of as a pro, I like trucks.
Yeah.
They just gave me trucks that I rode, and I rode them.
And he rode them, I suppose.
I feel like, there's tons of skaters there that are not nerds like us.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I'm finding? I can see it if I was to go back to the very first episode of Skatosis to now. Like, not only do I have Skatosis full blown, but there is such an evolution of me as a skateboarder just within these last definitely 10 years, but since we've been doing the show 4 or 5 years now almost, there's just such an evolution of me not being that into Santa Cruz at the beginning. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't on my radar. Even though I was a Santa Cruz kid, I had boards at Santa Cruz. You know what I mean? I've got a hoodie. I've been a fan, but I wasn't like as a fanboy as I am now. But what I also see is that as I get older, I'm turning into these other dudes that are just all about the wide trucks and the curbs. I'm becoming like this fanatic with the wide boards and wide trucks, and I gotta get it wider and wide. What's that all about, dude?
I think it's. It's definitely.
I don't think I'll ever. But is it just age though? Is it just more just having fun? Because like a popsicle doesn't seem fun to me at all. I want it to be some crazy weird shape. Want it to be big. Want it to be big and heavy.
Harder to go up and then down, as opposed to starting low or going down and going up.
Yeah.
Because once you start going up, everything else feels crazy.
It is crazy, and it just feels so fun. So I follow
and I think you said, I'm going back to the age thing.
Yeah.
I think with age, with skating, it does become more fun.
I guess, man, because
when I was a kid, I took it so seriously.
But on Sunday, I had zero plan. I didn't care really where we went. I just wanted to go have fun. And I think that mentality of just not having any agenda or any plan, I just did the tricks that I know on obstacles in front of me and had a blast. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So cool.
I think it is growing older, and just it's you, at least for me, you remember why you do it.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about this when some of our friends get like pissed off skating and want to quit.
Well, yeah,
I'm talking about specifically.
I know exactly what you're talking about, but you sounded like that the other day too. I had to talk you off of the cliff.
Well, I didn't want to quit skating. I wanted to quit skating in the same spots.
Yeah, well, so we did that. We moved along.
I know, and not like now I want to skate again. You know what I mean? Just like in that what was that piece on Thrasher with Alex Olson?
Oh yeah.
Out there. He talks about like it's a fluidity of skating, at least to like I understood what he was saying of like you're up and down with like you hate it at times and you love it. I feel like, and I had this realization too this past weekend of like, I feel like a lot of people have a period. I don't feel like I've had a period where I've stopped, except for like getting injured, for like almost 20 years, where it's just like skating. So not that I'm like, I want a period of stopping, but I definitely got to a realization this weekend of like, I got to get out of the bubble of what I've been skating.
Yeah.
Milwaukee was the answer.
I'm all about getting out of that bubble. That's why I like having all these options here at the farm, and more things keep coming here so that I can make new things.
Yeah.
Like if anybody's following along, and like I've been doing a lot more stories on like the Old Dude Skate Co Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that. But I just had a friend who's getting, they're having to unload his wife's father's house. He passed and she's in charge, and she's just getting rid of so many things, and they have to get rid of, it was like a workshop. The guy was a metal guy, and he did, whatever. So like he just had this crazy amount of red railing. Like, I don't know if it was installed or just sitting in a corner or whatever, but he shows this thing. He's like, dude, it's either going to the scrapyard or it's coming by you. And I look at him like, oh my gosh, if you can get it here, please bring it. So I don't know how many more feet of red coping I have right now, which is so cool. And I'm just excited to like put it to use.
Yeah.
Because it'll be new.
Like, is it all, it's not all connected.
No, it's like 4.
That's connected.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
like
a bunch of little like other pieces.
4 or 5 pieces. And one of them is pretty tall, but maybe 6 foot wide curved rail. So you know how like those gas station ones that we have that are yellow that we move around? Similar shape, but bigger and thinner metal. There's one like that, and then the rest are like regular handrails, but with like round curves. So I want to utilize those corners on something. So
those rails might actually, one of those might be good for a pole jam.
A pole jam, or even like super low rails for these wide ass trucks that I'm putting together. I didn't really finish talking about these trucks, but so like I followed this guy. I know that you've seen the account, but it's Wide Boys, wide.boiz, I think it is, on Instagram. And I don't know exactly how I first stumbled across him, but it was right after he started the account. Like, I don't think he expected it to grow as big as it did. And his whole thing was it's like 9-inch size queens. And it's like, he doesn't want any pictures on his site that are below 9 inches. And so people submit photos, and it's the top and the bottom, and he just started putting up these submissions, and all of a sudden he's like, oh my gosh, I got 1,000 users, 2,000 users, 4,000. He's over 10,000 users. So I just watched his account grow, and so I've just been back and forth, and I chit chat with him, and I send him all my wide boards, and I'm tagging him all the time. But he's got a board that he has 12-inch trucks, and it's a GGI, I think is the brand. That's a really wide board. And he's got these 44 millimeter wheels on it. And just this crazy looking board that at first I thought was kind of crazy, like almost silly. But now I'm so obsessed with it that I'm trying to create my own that's even bigger and wider. But
with those, oh my God, holy shit. Hold on a second.
Go ahead.
Oh my God. I think this is the grossest thing ever. I think I just ate a mustache hair.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, back on topic here. So I'm looking on.
Hold on. We were off topic for like 30 seconds. Give me a second. I'm dying.
All right.
Back in.
Facebook Marketplace, I just always kind of search for skateboards randomly just to see what's around in a pickup radius. And, just, I don't know, I find weird stuff, and sometimes there's, decent things. And so I saw a mountain board. Now, I've got one of those monster boards mountain boards are a totally different thing. It's like they've got bindings on the top for your feet. They've got super wide trucks, but big air-filled wheels, and the board is narrow. The board is like, I don't know, maybe 8 inches. It's not a wide board, and they typically come with a handheld brake, and so as you're going down the hill, you can hit the brake on these things. But I don't know. This thing was a Jeep CJ5 mountain board apparently back in, I don't know, 2006 or something like that. But all I could see were these wide-ass metal silver trucks. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to see if this is available. And sure enough, I was able to pick it up for $25 for this whole thing. And I've harvested it already. And these damn trucks are 14 inches wide. They do not have the regular bolt pattern. I'm going to have to drill 2 holes for whatever board I end up putting them on. But they are bonkers, dude. The axles are so much bigger than a regular truck. I have to, the overall bearing is the same size, but the hole inside is bigger. So I have to, it's crazy. I'm putting my little 56 mil Noras. They look tiny on it. It's crazy. 56 aren't even that small, but they look tiny.
Yeah, 56 are kind of on the bigger side.
Yeah, I know, but they're like my newest wheels, so I figure that they'll be good.
Yeah.
I just wonder
I forgot to take, speaking of like parts, it's like I was saying to Joe the other day, I was showing her like my box of like 2 setups.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, and I was like, I get like old car dudes now that just have like parts laying around.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
You're like, well, I need these for like backups.
At some point, you're going to need something in there. And as soon as you get rid of it, that's the day you need it.
Yes. Oh. Yeah, absolutely.
So speaking of wide boards and small wheels and all this kinds of stuff, did you by chance watch the Kicking It with Aiden Carruth from OJ Wheels that I had posted on the board?
Yes, I did see that. I think the only thing I didn't see was Andy Anderson.
Oh, that was pretty cool, actually, because it's just him in the green room, but he's just talking about his setup, which he did before. I think you probably would have heard all the things he said about how all the shape is different and why and where and all the different, you know. Oh, yeah.
Probably if I saw that other thing with him.
Yeah, he said he described the whole board on some other show. Maybe, I don't think it was 9 Club.
Yeah. But I did. Okay, so back to the other one. So, I did with the 42 millimeter wheels.
Dude, that's just like, what's up with this little kid? He's so small and young, but he's got such a good style. And the fact that he's into these wide boards, all these 80s styles boards and little wheels and stuff, it's so cool with all the, I don't know. That guy was like a little kid after my own heart. After now my new obsession, it's fun to watch.
I think it is. I mean, especially because he's like hooked up with like the Santa Cruz and like NHS crew. But like, I think a lot of people are going to look at Cater. Like years ago, he was like one of the first, like a little kid skating like 8.5.
No, he had a 9. He was riding a 9 with 169s.
I think that tray flip for maybe the Indy ad.
Yeah, exactly.
He was riding a 9.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I think it's just young. Like again, we're seeing like another generation that all these like wide boards and small wheels and shit. This shit's fun.
What's old is coming back again. You know, Not only do I have those crazy 14 inches, but I also just picked up a set of Ace 66s. Which are like equivalent to Indy 169s. I think there might be maybe a 1/4 inch wider than 169s. And so I've never ridden Ace before, but now I've got those. I'm looking at them right now too. I'm wondering what board I want another setup.
Yep. These car parts.
When I first got back into skateboarding and I made my ODS boards and this and that, and it was like, remember I had a 9 inch and an 8.5 and I had them both set up. I never rode the 8.5. I was like, I only need one setup. Why would I ever need a second setup? And then it was true. I never wanted to ride that second one. Maybe because it was smaller, but now I'm at the point where I'm like, man, I've got like 2 going on 3, possibly 4 completes. And I'm like, that's not enough. It's not enough.
And like, it's crazy to think about you were making 9s and like, that would be so small for you now.
Yeah, 9 seems so small to me. I mean, it's not.
I'm still riding 8.5s.
Yeah.
When you were making boards, I wanted you to get 8.5s because that's what I rode, and that's still my board of choice.
9 isn't all that small because, to be honest, the board that I'm on right now, the Street Plant, is 9.875 at its widest, and it dips in and stuff. So I would say it's pretty much a 9-inch board. And even the Winkowski, it says it's 10.3, but that's at its widest point. And when it when it narrows in, it's about 9. So it's not even a real true 10-inch board, either of them, But I don't know. I don't even want to dwell on it too much, but I did try to find.
We just spent 15 minutes.
No. I'm even deeper dive here because I tried to buy a board online and got totally hosed and scammed, and I'm so upset with myself about it. But I was so impetuous because I thought I found the ultimate deal on this big fat Alva board called Pescado Grande, which means big fish, and it's 12 by 37, and it's so amazing. And I've seen videos and pictures, and I want one so bad. But man, I just totally hosed. I bought it from some stupid scam website. Now I'm in the middle of a PayPal dispute. It's so lame. So lame. I'm probably never going to see that money again. And now I'm just I'm tainted. I'm jaded by placing online orders. It's frustrating. But I saw, though, speaking of online order, I see that Street Plant is going to come out with that crazy monster huge Gons board again. And
really?
Dude, they're coming. So they made a run. They sold them all out. You can get them on eBay for $200. But I mean, I would love to get another one. I would love to get one of those right from Street Plant's website.
Yeah.
Because
that would be the way to go.
That would be the board to put. If I can't find that big Alva, that would be the next one to put on these big ass trucks.
Can you get? How big does Santa Cruz go? Can you go to a 12?
I don't know if they make a 12. I think 10s are the widest. I think
it only.
Nobody.
I don't know, 10.3, 10.5.
That's what I mean. Nobody's doing that. There's a couple of custom companies. I think I saw GGI is the one I was talking about earlier, and I just saw they're putting in pre-orders for another one that are going to be, what are they going to be, 10.75 or something at the widest, and they've got an interesting shape to it. But yeah, I mean, nobody's making super crazy huge wide boards. Wide trucks aren't that crazy accessible.
Yeah, you're right. They don't really have trucks that go up that big either.
Yeah, and I don't even know how these are going to ride. I mean, it might be super sketchy, but I just imagine a Slappy is going to be so insane with these trucks are so wide.
Yeah. And maybe put it on the Phillips?
I don't know. That's a 9-inch board. It's not even close to 10.
Yeah. Oh, man, I don't know. I feel like it's going to be...
The board has to be...
It's going to be so much buildup.
I know.
And then the trucks are going to be so gnarly.
I know. I might as well just try it on one of these boards I have here that's I don't know. I showed you a couple of pictures. I don't think I'll use that Dope Planet, but maybe that Wolf one or something. I got to try them on something.
Yeah. And it's got to be a Slappy the first thing.
It has to be. And if it's super fun, then I'm for real on a hunt for a big, fat, wide board. Even one of those big dog towns would be cool.
Speaking of Slappies,
I saw... Slappy Days?
Ooh, okay. Yeah, yes, that's what I was watching right before you called.
Nice.
I do want to talk about that because I saw something else at a park. How hard would it be on the slab to dig out concrete? Because I saw a curb in the ground. So you rolling over it, you Slappy into it. So in the side would be real easy to 5-0 crook.
It's just a shorter curb then.
Yeah, it's just a short curb, but it's flush into the ground.
Yeah, that'd be a pain in the ass to bust up concrete.
Yeah, it would. It looks.
You just got to go faster.
Slappy.
Get your Slappy game on.
Slappy Days.
Dude, where's Carter? I missed him.
This was great song. The metal curbs in the beginning, if you want to call them those, that spot in the beginning looked so sick.
Those guys find the funnest spots.
The low ass metal rails.
And how good is Bev, man? Just for real, so good.
Yeah. And seeing him Slappy, having so much fun seeing him Slappy, finger flip the other board.
For real. I don't know. And that Ace Pelka, dude.
I want to skate I want to skate fat ass curbs like that.
I do too. It's just you got to really spend a lot of time on them, man. A lot of time.
Man.
They're so
I don't
fun.
even know where I would.
Well, so here's the thing, dude. I've got all these curbs now. We just need to start spending time on them here.
Yeah, but I'm saying I want to skate one of those. The one he was skating that was like 6 inches long. Like your whole board would fit in it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That one looks so to lock into a board sled and just like run it.
Dude, Andy Anderson was talking about the progression of curb riding and rails, that at some point it's going to be possible to do an ollie while you're board sliding, like over a gap, kind of like toe to heel pop to something else. You know what I'm saying? Like as you're board sliding. Does that make sense?
As you're board slide. Say it again.
Okay, so you know how like you're in the middle. So like, you know, when you're in the middle of a board slide and sometimes you can kind of like lift your toes and it'll become almost like a hurricane or sugar cane. You know,
yes.
You get that angle. Even Bev did it just on the one rail at the end of that Slappy Days, right? He came down the thing and he was just sliding on the back rail.
Yes.
So the fact that there's that kind of finesse that you can lift it up or push it down, he's saying at some point there's going to be an ollie in that direction.
Like horizontal?
Yeah, like sideways ollie. Like it's, you know, not like tail to, you know, not like in a traditional sense, but there's manipulation in there that is going to make it possible at some point where you're going to be able to like lift and pop sideways while you're sliding. He's a dreamer, that guy. I'm just saying.
He's a dream. Yeah, that's true.
I'm just saying, if there's going to be somebody doing it.
What'd you say?
If there's going to be anybody doing it, you know, I imagine it'd be Andy at first.
Yeah, for sure. Are rails different sizes or are they all universal?
No, dude, you can get all kinds. Especially that guy I've been sending you, that John's rails, Lil John. He'll make some fat ass ones that are like a half inch or an inch thick, or he makes them wide. I mean, there's no rules. Remember, there are no rules.
The one that you posted me under of like the giveaway, are those fat?
Oh, I'm sure they're fat, but that's like his. I don't know if that's like his main style, but that's the guy I'm talking about. He makes his own rails, but I'm sure there's a template for maybe a standard for, you know, I don't know what Bones used or whoever's making rails, you know, pig rails, and it, you know, there's a certain. It's probably 14 inches by a half inch by, you know, quarter inch. That's probably like the standard.
But you could. I mean, you really could, and you could. I guess you could put on two like big ones right next to each other.
Yeah.
To give you like even more of that, like,
dude, you could fill your whole bottom of your board with rails, make it your own Everslick.
I have seen that.
Yeah.
Although they were 9 Club was dogging on you don't want to put your rails too far to the edge.
Well, it all depends on your concave. I can't do that on those, like on my last few boards. If they go too far to the edge, I'm rubbing wood before I ever see the rail. You know what I mean? It'll rub the belly of the board because the concave goes up.
Because it's concave out in the middle.
Yeah. So I have to actually push them in more towards the where the concave starts. Or else the rails just won't even touch.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is I got those brand new rails.
Something I don't know if I'll ever do.
I got those Nard chompers, the ones that look like the Nag Champa incense, and I put those on the street plant board, and I had so much fun doing crazy stuff. I don't think I even did a board slide.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't even think so. With brand new rails, I could have been doing that all day.
Well, I guess we got to go back.
Got to go back. Damn.
Yeah, I guess I want to see you go board slide like up the transition on that thing in the middle.
I almost did that 5-0 to board slide. Remember, I accidentally slipped into it when I went up the curve.
5-0 to lip.
Yeah, 5-0 to lip, right.
Yeah, that was pretty damn close.
Dude,
you were like spitting out, but pretty close to in the motion.
Yeah, those 5-0 up and the 50 up, those were fun, man. It was like
a new obstacle.
So
and like
cool.
we stopped at Whole Foods to see Matt.
Yeah, that's where I got my Ace trucks.
And just like telling us about like he seems so stoked talking about the spot.
Speaking of which, I just happened to be so when we went to go see Matt, I had to go get cash for these trucks. I had to buy something and get cash back, and I bought a beer, Dogfish Head 90-minute IPA. I'm drinking it right now. Look at that.
Oh,
not even on purpose, but we're talking about Matt. Cheers, Matt.
Hell yeah. I'm drinking brisk iced tea lemon.
Oh, no, this is a nice, good, strong 9% IPA. It's a good one.
Damn.
But man, so we talked a lot about ourselves. Want to go through the board and see what else we can talk about?
Yeah, I am. I mean, it's a lot of.
Oh,
I guess,
dude,
toy machine.
toy machine.
Yes, yes.
Oh my gosh, dude. Deshaun Jordan, man, what is up? Moving like business and company saying goodbye. We were just talking about that. Poor Carter.
The only pro on there.
Who?
Was
Deshaun, yeah. Well, Mark Johnson.
Yeah. Did he have... No, Evan does. Did he have his name on a board? I thought it was just Deshaun.
I don't know, dude. Well, you mean on Business and Company?
Yeah.
Did they have any pro board names?
Yeah, Deshaun.
Oh, maybe so. I don't know. Well, now he's got a toy machine board.
Yeah, moved over to toy machine.
I wonder if it's like pandemic, COVID, like just like Business and Company just couldn't handle it. You know what I mean? Like so many businesses that were thriving died. What if you're trying to start a business? Good luck.
Yeah, but hasn't that been like that's been trying to go for like 4 years?
Just goes to show, dude, it's not easy. Yeah, and even still, we don't even know what's going on. We don't even know the story. I just want to see Carter, dude, with his name on a board and on a squad, dude. I just feel so like I don't even really know him that well, but I feel so proud for him. It's so weird.
You're the fanboy.
I am a fanboy. I'll 100% admit I'm a fanboy of all skaters.
Put it on me. Toy machine vaccine. Wait, was it back 50 or front 50?
Around that stock tank?
Yes.
The double loop, that was back 50 unless you're looking from the other side, just like they couldn't tell if it was a Smith or Feeble with the other guy. What was his name?
But it wouldn't be front.
No, I think it's a back. I think he went inside, did a back 50.
But is that front 50? Because he's going into the ledge.
I don't know, which would it have been?
This spot is fucked up.
Well, it's because you're talking in and outside. You know, it's like if he had done that on the outside, it'd have been front side. But because he wrapped on the inside, I think it becomes backside. It's like the tiniest ledge. The top of that tank is.
I didn't think that. Like when that popped up in the video.
Yeah.
And it was so sick. Did you watch the video?
Oh yeah, so good.
It was so sick to see all the new people on Toy Machine.
Dude, I forgot CJ Collins was on there. He's so good.
Yeah,
Axel,
dude,
Axel,
that spoon bowl, that
dish. Man, that I don't know. It's like Toy Machine doesn't do a whole lot, but when they come out with something, it's so good.
Yeah.
The music
is like
the music was on point. I enjoyed all the little like animations and stuff. I thought Ed Templeton had more to do with it, but he's in the credits. He's like, I'm just a guy that says yes to everything, and I never leave my house. But because he didn't film it or edit it.
Yeah, for some reason I always just think of, even though he's just a TM, I always just think of Sinclair.
Oh, really?
Yeah, every time I think of.
And
anyways,
Daniel Lutheran on there. I mean, there's so many people on that team.
Yeah, I did not think that was possible in that thing to like double loop it.
Yeah, me either. That's so cool.
That like blew. That was the thing where I stopped the video. And like went like right now I'm watching it again like on the loop.
Oh, everybody's
but I stopped that video and I was like, what the hell?
And everybody's sharing that, dude. I see that on every account right now.
That's so sick. That's such
Instagram.
A sick spot.
You know what I thought was really cool too is there was a few different scenes. I think it was even different skaters, but almost always like in the foreground would be like Leo Romero looking in the distance, or like, you know, like there was some candid. Leo was on scene, but a candid part of it. I don't know, multiple times. I thought that was kind of fun.
Yeah, he's always around.
Yeah. Oh man,
it's cool to still see him.
That squad is thick, dude. And Deshaun, dude, those tricks are so crazy. It's like Street League to the max in the streets.
Yes.
It's so perfect. You know, he's got such great posture, and his pop is so. He's just so precise. It's good, man. Fun to watch.
So, and like, I think Toy Machine kind of fits him.
He's really embracing that bald head too. Like, it's shiny when he doesn't have his hat on. right?
It's weird.
It's like
'cause he
LL
doesn't
Cool
win
J.
so often.
It's LL Cool J. When you see LL without a hat, it's like, wow, dude, you got a big head. Deshaun's got the same thing going
So
on.
you're saying Deshaun has a big head?
He does. When he's not wearing his hat, he's got a very big, shiny head. I mean, it's large. He's got a big brain. Look at the tricks he does. It's so precise. You need a big brain for that kind of stuff.
He's Megamind.
Yeah, I ain't ripping on him. I'm like, damn, he looks good.
Yeah,
But I do like him. I
part.
do like his look better when he's got the beanie on. His head,
Yeah.
that's a good look for him.
Yeah, and he's got another dude with style.
For real, so much style. Damn, that was a good.
That
Yeah,
video
that
was
was a really
good.
good video. What else? I'm
And then
scrolling. I'm scrolling through the board.
Came out,
All I
Homies.
oh, dude, homies. All I can see is us in Milwaukee going through the board. I posted so many clips.
I know it's. Well, let's get into Homies.
Oh man, homies. This
I
was
gotta take a lasagna out of the oven.
This was like the Pedro Barros show, man. So fun to see him just ripping that whole thing up. Are you even there? You're just getting your lasagna.
No, I'm here.
No. You know what's crazy is Roman is so good, and when you see a guy like him, like impressed, you're like, oh, it's got to be so good. Or even like Ashad. When Ashad saw, what did he see? Jamie Foy. What did he do? He did a shove nose slide and slid like 10 feet, and you get Ashad to be like, wow, you know that's good.
Yes, that's exactly when I like when a shad gets stoked.
Yeah.
You know it's good shit.
Oh, what's in with those jean shorts too? You're trying to look.
Oh, he looks so good. The coolest fucking dude ever.
You're trying to be him so
Every
bad.
time I'm telling, I'll be a fanboy now.
Yeah.
Every time I see that dude, it's like you seeing Winkowski.
I believe it.
His
His shot is so good.
He's so fucking cool.
I can't even like give you any hard time because he's so good. You see him do that like silky smooth judo air over that hip in that.
Yeah, dude.
Come
He
on.
can do anything.
Anything. So good.
So sick. And the kickflip crook.
Yes. Oh, hang on. Crap. Oh, I forgot I had a go skate on from the other episode.
Yeah,
It always startles me.
Wait, Super Session.
Dude, what about Pedro Barros at that San Francisco DIY, the very beginning? And the very first thing he does is that shove it to nose stall so that he can come in switch. Like, that was so crazy smooth.
Yeah.
On like a 10-foot wall.
Pedro, too, like, all these dudes can do anything.
Anything. Oh, man, Alex Sorgente. I'm so glad that the stuff that I had seen posted earlier was part of that homies video because there was clips of Alex Sorgente doing the wall ride, front side, and then alley-oop. And I was just so excited to actually see the session because that dude's gnarly.
Back 180 in?
Yes. Dude, that guy is nuts. Who does that?
That
Wall
dude,
ride.
Is he?
Oh, man.
Go ahead.
No, I was
Is he still on Plan B?
I think so.
I think so.
I don't know.
Dude, that dude and Aurelian.
Oh my gosh, Aurelian's just destroying every spot in the States. Wherever he goes, he's just making like all the other bangers look silly.
Yeah.
Come
and
on. Send him back to France.
Like Wallenberg.
Go home.
Wallenberg so quick.
Like it was nothing. I know. I heard somebody like they were just talking about how Chris Cole got so beat on that thing, and here's just Aurelian just like, oh, here we go. There's a warm up.
I remember that was the second video I got was Chris Cole like trying that tray flip.
Oh.
And I think it was something like I think they put the whole video up years later. I think it was something like 96 tries.
He got so worked. Like the swelbos. Oh, he was there. He was tore up.
And then like, so Chris Cole does that. And then what, like 10 years later, Aurelian, like third try.
Yeah, that
Just
like,
and it looked like
how frustrating is that for Chris Cole?
He also almost did Leon.
Yeah. I mean, he might have already done it, maybe sitting on it. I mean, why would you have to release that right away if you did it? He came so close.
Yeah, he came so close. I'm pretty sure that was like a first try, him like pushing into it.
How, like, exactly. But like, he hit his ass pretty hard, dude. Like, how do you get up from that?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's a big drop. I mean, Jaws didn't the first time.
Right. No, he busted up his whole entire what didn't he like break all 4 ligaments in his knee or something like that? They all ripped.
I think both ACL and MCL.
Something, yeah.
So gnarly.
But man, it's so crazy to see him just on all these spots, just tearing them up. Because he's Plan B. That's what made me think of him too. Is that Sorgente and him like on the same team, just like destroyers.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about like ringers.
I guess at one point, Chris Cole. I don't think they were teammates though.
Well, no, he's back on 0 though now, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
He was on Plan B for like 6 months or something.
That homies video though, man, it's just so good. I just can't get enough of them. How fun must it be too to like be Rainy Bears and that's your brother, you know, doing the filming. Like to be a brother crew, like maybe the McClungs and all that kind of stuff. It's just got to be fun to have I would just hope that they get along. You know what I mean? Seems like they do.
I would think they do.
Seems like they do. Not all siblings do, but to have like one be a ripper and another a filmer, how perfect is that?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
And then too, like you filming all this shit, and like Cedric films too, or skates too.
Yeah. You mean with Roman?
What?
What do you mean, Cedric? Pabich?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm talking about Rainey.
Oh, Rainey. Yeah. I'm sure he does.
Yeah.
I'm sure he does, but I'm just saying it's like their roles in life are obvious. One is the shredder and one is the filmer editor.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be super fun.
No, I like when
skating with my sister. Like when I first started skating with her growing up.
Well, like Fabiana was saying, when she first started, she was rollerblading, filming Pedro.
Oh, Anna. Okay, I'm watching the homies on mute while we're talking.
Yeah.
And you just said, Fabi.
Yeah.
Pedro.
Dude. Pedro's a beast, man. He is a beast.
You should that trick where he went 5-0 tail slide.
Yes, down the little. Oh, I thought the same thing. I was like, that's a trick I could do.
Yes, dude, that's what I was just. Dude, you should do a 5-0 tail slide.
Especially how it angled down, right? Didn't he kick it to tail right as it went down?
Like across flat and then down tail slide.
Yeah.
But I think you should also like just on tranny.
I mean, I definitely do 5-0 to tail sometimes, but I mean, I don't slide that far. That's for sure. That's so cool. Yeah. I think because it was going downhill.
Something like that's down after.
Yeah, I got to build something like that, or maybe I don't know if someplace has something similar, but yeah, something on that down angle is cool.
The Oshkosh Park where you did the 5-0. Oh, I guess you did 5-0 to tail slide. Remember you did 5-0 like tail slide push off?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, exactly. That's a little different, but that was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be a sick one to get, because it's kind of like the no comply in a way without the no comply.
Yeah, I gotta work on like my front side 50/50s up onto something and then push those to no comply to tail. I mean, not the no comply. I mean to push it to tail.
It's easier in 5-0 though.
Well, either way, I mean, I see a lot of people doing that and then just pushing it to tail. Looks cool.
Yeah.
But I gotta get up onto things front side though. You know what I mean?
50 to. I'm kind of interested in that too. 50 to tail.
Yeah, you should be able to do it easy. I mean, I do it like on that one spot where it's got the blue coping where I curved up 50 to tail. It's the same thing. I went 50 all the way up, and at the very last bit, I kicked it to tail. Then I dropped in.
Oh yeah, that was the same thing.
So I definitely do 50 to tail often because it's easier to come in. I think coming in front side, I have more of a hang up fear than I do backside, and so I almost always kind of think of it as a cheat by going to tail, but it looks cool.
Yeah, it does look cool. If you can make it look fast and fluid, I think that one will always look cool.
I agree. And I did that one.
It sucks to go trick to trick when it looks like you're doing trick to trick.
Mm-hmm.
There's definitely been times where I've done like a board slide to front board, and instead of like getting into the front board, you can like it feels like haggard.
Yeah, sure. It's like the people that can do the disaster in one fluid motion. You know,
Yes.
it's
Great example.
Yeah, because they just slap it in and it just pops back on their foot, and they're already anticipating being already on their way down, as opposed to like, if I do a disaster, I'm gonna smack the deck and wait a second and then go in.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Same. You're gonna like hesitate and then come in.
Yeah.
You want the one where you like air
And then it
slap
just cracks. Yeah, like a Jimmy Wilkins or a Chris Russell just smacks. Yeah. Damn.
Maybe all right. Challenge right now. End of the show. Both of us should try cracks.
But off of what trick?
Like a front disaster or a back. I guess front disaster. We should both try like coming in and then just going straight into transition.
I'll try it, but most of those guys are like going full vert, and as they come in, it's like it's different. I think if it's not a vert ramp, because we're not really flying up and then back in. But I'll try it. I mean, I definitely would like to do it. It's almost like your slob plant is what you should try. Is your slob to disaster slap in, because you're jumping up and down into it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's interesting.
Because that's a better opportunity to get that crack. Just an ollie is. Ooh, you're just gonna.
I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you ollie high enough.
I mean, you can even do frontside air to disaster. I mean, there's a certain look to that crack. You see, who's that girl? Alyssa, the girl that rides bowls for Creature. She has got a killer frontside disaster where she cracks it in too, like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she rips.
Yeah.
Speaking of, did you watch the Alzheimer's video? The E.T. and Dustin?
A recent one?
Yeah.
That doesn't.
This is just a side thing of like, I wanted Alexa Sablone footage because she's on Alzheimer's now.
No, I don't think I saw that one though.
Yeah, it was. I think it was probably only like 2 minutes or something. It was like a quick one, I think just Thrasher, but it was the Alzheimer's dudes, and I just wanted. I feel like a lot of these times, I see these teams, and that's why I was stoked on Toy Machine. But like, I know they have girl skaters,
yeah,
and I'm not seeing like Bryson on Frog,
Brighton Zoiner.
Brighton. Where's the footy in the Frog videos?
Yeah, I don't know, man, but she's really good.
I never get to see them skating.
She's the one I'm always talking about. Her head, like when she does her trick, she's like, there's something about her posture and the way she looks down at her feet. I don't know. There's a certain way of her doing tricks. It's interesting. It's like, I don't know. It must help her. I don't know. She's
another one that cracks.
It's not. Yeah, it's not like lack of style, but it's weird though. She's got a definite thing with her head.
Mm-hmm. Maybe she has bad, like leg.
Maybe.
What am I thinking of?
Hand-eye coordination.
Maybe she has she has to like really focus in.
Maybe, or it's probably. I'll bet you it
works it out.
I'll bet you it's posture. How like I'm always talking about shoulders on certain tricks. It's the same thing. I'll bet you she's just like committing her body into the right angle, and it works.
Yeah. Yeah, she works it out.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Good times. Well, dude, we've been like at this for an hour. We should probably
lasagna time.
You're gonna go eat your lasagna. I got all kinds of footage from Oshkosh last week and now Milwaukee this week that I'll put in the video for this episode. I think we're gonna definitely be off for the next couple weeks because
next weekend.
Yeah, I got to take a break this weekend.
Unfortunately,
yeah,
some other plans didn't work out.
Right, but I'm gonna be in Texas, and I'm debating on what I'm doing with my skateboard on that trip, but I have to go down for a funeral, and so then I'll be back. So I think we'll be off for the next 2 weeks. So if anybody's following along out there, we'll see.
Couple weeks off.
We'll see you in May.
Right back to Milwaukee.
And then right back. Yeah, dog. All right, man. Well, I love you, bro. Go enjoy your lasagna.
Love you,
I had such a good time this weekend. I can't wait to do it again. And just say hi to Joe, hi to Jax, and that's about it, man. Peace out.
Hell yeah. Thanks, everyone.
All right. Later.
Old Dude Skate Co.